We can hear you.
We can hear y'all.
My bad.
Sorry,
I
had to be a
I'm
little.
more of that old school mindset, even though I'm not of the old school. I like to have my money physically in my hand. And on top of that, if I like to, I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna suggest anybody does this, but I like to do cash on hand transactions. That way, you know what I mean. You can woo. If you know what the woo is, you know what the woo is. But
And it's gonna be
that's
digital cash on hand.
going to digital. That's just another way for them to track what all you're getting. So there's no longer Jordan box money. There's no longer Nike box in the back of the closet type money. I don't like that, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they'll know every last single thing I get is going to come in and out of my account. I honestly can't stand that, even the thought of it. But I think it's a bad idea to me.
Well, I tell you what. This what I'm doing, and I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing. You know, before they go digital, you know what I'm saying? Before they get too crazy with the digital things and things of that nature, I'm definitely going to go and buy more palladium. I'm going to buy more gold and more silver. So that way I can exchange in those versus having to use a card to keep up with what I'm doing. But definitely now is the time. Y'all should be loading up on y'all palladium, loading up on y'all gold. And buy, you don't gotta buy big gold bricks. You can start with grams, you can start with 0.5s, you can start small and eventually start buying more and more. But that gold is gonna hold that more value, even when the digital dollar don't. So yeah, definitely get you some gold and some palladium and start buying them and keeping up with them. But trading, because I believe in our lifetime shit may end up getting more real. So Katniss, what? She done went in and went away at the same damn time. She flown in the air. Okay then, all right. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna be doing, as well as keeping some currency in my accounts, of course. But yeah, baby, I'm into palladium and gold, and the website I like to use is Apex to order my palladium and gold. So if y'all want to start getting y'all pieces of gold just to have it for your savings account, I look at it as a savings account. Um, so that way I can continue to buy it for myself. It's like a mental thing for me. But anyway, we're gonna get on to the next type of child. We're gonna get into something else because honey, I don't went way somewhere else. Okay, so first of all, y'all, do y'all know about the horrible death that we talked about on Friday with Shanquella Robinson and the friends that beat her up in the on the hotel vacation? And it actually came out today from her mom that her friends stole $10,000 from her before body slamming her and breaking her neck in Cabo. So that's actually the actual cause of death, and it's actually video footage that shows the guy body slamming her on her neck. And it's not a pretty sight. So I just wanted to say rest in peace to Shanquella. You guys be more mindful of the people that you call your friends. Be more mindful of the people that you give your energy to and you hang around, and be more self-aware of the things that are around you. And I say the things, I mean the people around you, okay? And be able to pick up on who you are around. You gotta kind of sometimes connect to yourself to be able to connect and see what somebody else's spirit is like on a whole nother level. But that's another conversation. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Now we're gonna get into this other incident that happened in a similar sense. It was something that happened where a mother of 4 was actually murdered by her ex-girlfriend in Atlanta, down where I'm from. So this mother of 4 was murdered this week by her girlfriend, and the mother had actually been putting out restraining orders and taking them to the police station to keep the girl away from her. Now the woman was actually killed, and And people are pretty much in outrage because they feel as though the police does not do their job when it comes down to a person putting a restraining order on another person. They feel like it's not a serious matter unless they get caught type of situation. So do you guys feel that there should be another way of protecting the people from a person if they have a restraining order on that person? Should it be like some kind of system in play to where a person would be scared to even come near you in situations like that? Or do you guys feel as though we should keep it the way it is? Like if you got a restraining order on me, I'm gonna just stay away and don't cause harm. How y'all
Shit,
feel
if
about
he's
that?
go
Because
goddamn
anyway,
bitch, you gon'
Okay.
right, stay
So
away.
right.
We have that First
So I'm
Amendment.
a,
We all shoot you on my property. You on my property
so
and
this
you're
how
not
I feel
lawfully
about it,
mine?
right? When a person
Yeah, sure
is
shit.
desperate enough to come to the police aid, file a restraining order. The restraining order then has to be signed by a damn judge. If you a person has to go through that whole rigmarole to do that. Mind you, if you step foot on my property in my face, I am liable to cause harm to you to protect
Exactly.
myself. And it's so crazy how when you, I mean, we can always want something, but to put it in like real life perspective, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but to put it in real life perspective, the police can't always be there 24/7. And some people, when they do put restraining orders on the other individual, they have a bad mental issue. And they just don't care. They don't care if the police is after them or not. They just want to cause harm to you. So do you also have to put some blame on yourself and say, damn, I need to watch out who the hell I fuck with?
Exactly. And that's a whole fact. Anybody got something to say on that? Amina, what up, my girl? Check in, tap in. What up?
It's important to know the laws in your state. Some
Right.
states have like stand your ground laws. Just do the research to figure out if you feel like you can't get law enforcement on your side, look at what laws protect you and always know them and be able to speak them verbatimly if you need to. That's what I say. Protect yourself at all
Period.
costs.
Okay, and that's on period. But you do have some people out here that are not as brave as we are. And you have people out here that are terrified of people that have beat on them and, had them beat
I
up by
bet you
other
they won't be
people and
terrified with a
things
9 in
like
their
that,
face.
So your words of advice to that is to gain some courage and just be ready. No matter what. Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Always ready.
Period. And that's on Mary and every single little lamb she pushed the fuck out. What's up, Unicorn?
I
What up,
was like,
Unicorn?
I might be a little crazy with this idea, but maybe inventing like a ankle bracelet that if you have it on and you go on somebody's property, it goes off and notifies the police. Like something like that. Not going outside your house, but the perimeter of a house that they have for like, that the person has a restraining order on. So if they're in the vicinity of that person, it will go off.
That's
Well, the
kind of
only issue-
embarrassing.
Gonna go off too.
That kind of embarrassing.
The
Everybody
the
gonna know
only
they
issue
did.
the only issue with that is that you run into a situation to where you're outside of your house, right? If say you're at the mall and I got a restraining order against whoever, and then they come in the mall, we're in the same vicinity. That's the only problem you're going to have. I think the best thing, again, preventative measures. Don't get yourself in the situation to begin with. But then again, you also have situations to where you never seen this coming from this person. You know what I mean? So
Period.
yeah, I think everybody should have some form of I don't know whether it's martial arts, firearms training, or something. Like I don't think anybody alive should not have the capability of defending themselves.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Self-defense should be like taught.
Right. You're never like a lot of people not going to be me. I'll fight all day. You know what I mean? I'm not a flight person. You know, if at the end of the day, if I gotta, my back against the wall, I'm gonna fight. But for those that aren't us of my cloth, to where they have that mindset, they should at least have some kind of martial arts training at the very least. So
right.
Awesome bear mace. Get y'all some bear mace. A bear mace will knock a whole crowd the fuck out.
Period. And then period. So I want to know how do y'all feel about this right here? So I posted this on my Facebook page. It came up as how you have the 1 year ago today, you posted this. So I posted this. I said, let's get out of the habit of telling people, well, that's still your mom, that's still your dad, that's still your brother, that's still your sister. Toxic is toxic. Whether it's family or not, you are allowed to walk away from people who constantly hurt you. You are allowed to. How do you guys feel about that? Do you guys feel as though you should make peace with the things that hurt you and try to make peace with these family members? Because now this was from a year ago. Now the things that I've been through in this past year, it has me more so on some making peaceful type things, but being kind of from a long-handed spoon type of situation versus having a close-knit relationship, not just like you're toxic and I'm just forever away, but more so like you're toxic and here's my long handle, not like you're toxic and you're delete you out my life type of thing. So that's my perspective on it. Now what is y'all perspective on it? I'm gonna start with you, Southern. What's your perspective on that? How you feel about that?
Child, I left my family a long. Well, I wouldn't say I left them, but I kind of stopped communication with them since like 2010, and my life has been absolutely perfect. They call every holiday. They call every holiday and birthday, and I'm fine with that. I actually stayed down the street from two of my uncles. They came over to my house not one time yet, and I'm still fine with that. They living their best life. I'm gonna continue living mine. I'm gonna create my own family. How about it?
Okay, and Danica City. Come off of mute, Danica City, and tell everybody what you're doing, Horizon. First of all, and tell everybody how wonderful you made our kitchen with these upgrades. We can make cookies and stuff now on the cassette and feed y'all cookies. Matter of fact, we got to put y'all cookies in the oven because y'all still Halloween cookies we got on sale that been in the freezer, but it's all good because we gonna update them. We gonna update them next week. We gonna get them new one next week. But grandma's still working on that chat right now, and we gonna use these cookies from Halloween. Cause ain't nothing wrong with them Halloween cookies. They ain't expired yet. They got us high. Okay, them Halloween cookies got us high. I'm just saying. You know what? No. Okay, Danica.
I have no more. I'm Danica City. 2-year plus creating Horizon. I've been privileged enough to be a part of some great collaborations, as well as doing some of my own worlds like Club Vivid or The Stew, which is featured right now in venues.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me. First off, thank y'all for doing the show lit every week. I mean, what can I say? So on the subject of forgiving and deciding what to do with your family, I think it's absolutely essential that you forgive everybody that's done something wrong to you, especially your family. But forgiveness does not mean it's not unconditional or it doesn't mean that you have to be a slave to that person. So if you feel like Southern and the fact of the best thing for you to do is to stay away from these people, I mean, you kind of have to figure out what's best for you, your family, your psyche, and then you just kind of go from there. I know definitely some people have histories where maybe some person in their family has abused them at some point, or maybe there's some things that we don't even probably don't even know about, right? So you just have to find the best distance to keep people, but you also have to still find love in your heart. I do my best that I can to try and figure out where I can find love for even my enemies, and that gives me peace at the end of the day. Far too often we carry around anxiety or aggression towards other people, and it really just drags and takes a toll on us, you know.
He said everything I had to say.
All right, then, Unicorn. What you got to say about that, Unicorn? Don't play with Danica City. I love that perspective. Unicorn, what up, my girl?
Yeah, but I had something that happened, very personal things. I told Southern, I told you about it. I don't feel like telling the world about it, but you know, just you can only forgive the people that are willing to forgive themselves for doing something bad.
I don't agree with that, but
because if my uncle was being willfully like not block me, not do everything he did and shut me out from half of the other family because my grandma passed away and blamed me for it. It's just like, you know, that's something you can't forgive. Like, I am not gonna forgive you, and it's okay. I'm at peace with it because, you know, on the other hand, I'm over here being successful. But when you make that phone call that you need some help, I'll give you that help, but don't expect anything else more from me. You know.
Okay.
Can I say something?
I'm gonna still call you family.
Can I say something? I'm just coming in on the conversation. But what if you don't
come up on the queue, hon? Come up on the queue.
Right here?
Yeah,
right here?
Yeah, right there, Red Alicia.
But what if you don't never ask them for help? I'm sorry, damn. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, you did.
Look like she froze.
I'm sorry, this is my first time.
Skip the line, y'all, but I heard her say it was her first time, and I wanted her to go ahead and because I thought that maybe she had some inspirational word for Unicorn.
Go on, girl, you knew.
So I was gonna let her go on and go because she knew.
Yeah,
and
we
then
okay.
y'all please let her jump y'all right quick.
Come on, Red Alicia.
You on teleport, girl? We know you knew. Come on, Red. Come on, Red. It's all right. I called you up here. It's on me, y'all. Blame me. Blame me. It's on me, y'all. Come on. Come on, Red. Come on, Red.
Don't get shy now.
Come on.
No, that's right. Let's go, girl.
Come to the cue ball.
Okay,
there you go,
can you repeat that again, please?
Yes. So what we was actually talking about was we was talking about a Facebook post that I had pop up on my timeline from a year ago or whatever, and it was just saying, you know, stop feeling like you have, in so many words, it was just saying it's okay to leave family members alone because toxic is toxic, no matter if they're your mom, your brother, your whoever, your Western, or whatever. And I posted it on my Facebook. And this year I have a different perspective on it. You know, I pretty much feel like, yeah, they can be toxic or whatever, but I do still feel like I forgive that person and I have love for that person, but it don't mean I have to deal with them. I have love for them from a long handle spoon with their toxic ass. I wouldn't pretty much give them my energy every day or, you know, too much care to be, you know, nearby. I'll just give them the long handle spoon, forgive them for whatever they did, no matter how bad I feel like they hurt me. You know, I'll just, you know, forgive them and just move on, and it won't be with them. So Unicorn, that's when she said what she said, and you said you had something that you wanted to say. So go ahead then, my girl. Now you know what's
and I was trying to say, like, I can feel where you're coming from, because even if they your real family or either foster family, they can be toxic either or. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had a whole foster family, toxic as fuck. I still stay away from them. I don't even bring nobody that I know around them because they is toxic. You know how God say, don't judge a book by a character, by the cover?
Mm-hmm.
They judge. But I'm saying, how can y'all judge and y'all adopting kids, but y'all don't know the race or the mind mentality of the child that you adopted?
You got a point about that when it comes down to that foster and adoption. Now, how do you feel as far as of forgiving them but just not dealing with them? Is it more so on that point, or is it more so just like they toxic, you don't like them and you hate them, stay away from them forever type of mentality?
They toxic to every one of them. That's still. I've moved out, but it's family that still live in there. They toxic to them. So I moved on, so to move out of that toxic situation, and that was my best thing I could have ever done.
Period.
Ever done.
Long handle. Okay, I like that. Redalicious. Period. Redalicious. Okay, then, girl. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let Miss La Chocolate come on up and say what she wanted to say.
She in the house.
Hey, La Chocolate is here.
Hey, Bookie.
I'm loving that shirt, girl. You need to let me get that. Gang, gang. Brett. You know what I'm saying? That what it gets. That's what it gets. And I'm not a gang member, first of all. Let me go cut it up now. But I just had to say what it was. Go ahead, Chocolate.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what up?
I hate to take it and make it a lot, deeper than. Well, I mean, it is a very deep situation, but I disagree with Danica, and this is why. I do not in any way, form, or fashion stand in the line of business of changing anybody's mind about anything. However, I'm going to open up here in this safe space with people that I know. And I'm going to say this. I am not a victim, but I am a survivor of family molestation and rape.
Oh, so, baby, I'm there with you.
As a child.
You're the only one.
As a child, you're forced to be the person who is, woe is me. Don't touch her like that. Don't play with her like that. She can't go over there like that. Don't let her do this. Don't let her do that. So growing up, having to deal with that after the things that were done to me, I was forced to stay around the family members that knew about my situation and did not guard me. Now, the man that, or should I say the men in my family who did that to me, one is dead and one is in jail for the rest of his life.
You hear me?
However,
that's karma, boo.
the one's life, the one that I was living with at the time, because my mom was trying to take care of other kids that were running away and doing all kind of stuff, I was forced to stay with a great aunt, and this is where those things happen. These women who came there every day and knew what their brothers were doing, didn't really guard me. I'm still forced to look at their faces as an adult. And I believe that there is absolutely no way.
Can I ask you, how do you deal with that?
Well,
because I don't see mine. So how do you deal with that every day?
Well, the men who did it are like I said, they're no longer in my life. One of them is where he should be, and the other one is not yet, which is dead.
Girl,
but
made me cry.
I feel like this. My great aunt, her children who are now in their 50s and 60s, I look at them every day, and not ever would I ever feel like I love them. They didn't love me enough to guard me at 6 years old, at 5 years old, at 7, and again at 8. I wasn't guarded. My mom went to jail for 7 years behind it.
Man,
for protecting me. You know what I mean? So as far as being able to forgive someone, I cannot do that. I cannot, and I will not. There's nothing in my heart that will allow me to open it up to forgive you for knowing what your brothers did to me, and you did nothing. I will never forgive for that, ever. So while you sit at your Thanksgiving, I cannot.
You know what,
there's nothing. No. You cannot
hey,
forgive
boo,
something.
I'm at where you at right now, boo.
You cannot. So
but you know what? You gotta keep praying on that shit, baby. You gotta keep praying on that shit.
I look at
because if you don't let her go, it's gonna hinder you.
No, no hard feelings or anything, but no amount of counseling, no amount of it's gonna be all right, no amount of you'll get through it will ever change my mind. Never.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, sweetie.
The minute
Sorry
I
to hear that.
feel somebody is looking at my
I just want to
children
give
the
you
wrong
a
way,
hug right now.
you go dead to me.
I hear that.
So there's nothing that anybody
And I
can tell me
understand
about
where
it.
you coming from
Right.
with
So
that.
my life
sorry
now
to hear that.
as a 36-year-old woman, I have 5 children of my own. I'm in a happy place because I'm here.
Mhm.
I'm alive. I can speak and tell my story, and I can tell people that just because you are related by blood, it does not make them related by soul.
Man, you
And
hear
they
me?
have to deal with that in their hearts. They watched what happened to me. They watched me grow up and be promiscuous. They watched me grow up and be bad, terrible, boot camp, fighting,
And didn't
jail.
say nothing.
Didn't lead me to any other. I had to
But they
find my
showed
own way in
attention
life.
to every one of the other
They showed
childs in the
attention.
house.
They got the money from the psychiatrist. They got the money from me being in the program. They definitely
Been
collected
there.
those checks of them thinking that I needed medication because I had
Speak on
anxiety.
it.
I was depressed. They developed those checks and they kept them, but they didn't develop me. So I will never in my life be able to forgive my family for that. But then I do respect. I respect what you say, and I
I respect
understand.
you.
I
sorry
see
to hear
everybody's point of
Forgive
view.
for yourself, baby.
Yeah,
Because
it's about you.
if you don't,
It's about
if
you.
you don't,
You
let
know,
me tell
different strokes for
you,
different folks.
if you don't forgive for yourself, I know you want them to forgive you, but if you don't forgive them
I don't
and
want them to forgive
yourself,
me.
it's gonna
I
hinder
don't
you
want
for the
anything
rest of your
from
life.
them. I don't want anything
It's
from
gonna
them. I
hinder
don't want
you till you
forgiveness.
let it go.
I'm not
baby.
hindered. Listen, I'm not hindered. I'm fine because I know later, hopefully,
You think you're
in their
fine.
mind, they'll do. Oh, I'm fine, baby. Trust me, because it happened to me. I'm alive. I survived it. That's all I need.
That's
I'm
I got a
say
question
that.
like
Gotta
Chocolate
say that.
looking
Gotta
in
say
their
that.
face, being able to look in their
But I'm
face.
just
Have
saying
you
it in a different
have you confronted them about that
aspect.
and the way you feel, and how did that turn
all right.
out?
It took me.
I mean, because
20 years.
now that you're an adult, I know that things appear very differently. Especially with you saying you have 5 kids, so you are a mother, in which that comes with being a protective parent as well. Whether it's your nieces or whoever, just being a mother does that. Now, did you ever confront them and tell them how you feel about the things that they did to you, and what was their response to it? What was it more so of? Yeah, go ahead, because
it took me 20 years. 20 years. So this is just 10 years ago. To go to a family function. And what would happen is every year where we would have these functions, I wouldn't go. That's how they felt like they were getting away with it. I wouldn't show up.
That's it right there.
But something in my heart said, go now. Go now. Show them who you are now. Show them that nothing happened to you, broke you. Show them that you are viable. So I went. And I finally pulled the specific aunt, to the side, who is now in a wheelchair, old 5 teeth in her mouth, 2 eyebrows that don't work, none of that.
5 teeth.
In the
You
chair.
hear me?
We all gonna get there.
Karma's the mother, but karma's
She's
the
lived her life,
motherfucker.
but she's lived her life. You get where I'm saying with that? She's alive. She's still here after all this time. I finally pulled her aside and I said, Aunt Alice, do you remember what happened to me? She looked me in my eyes and she told me, how could I forget? And I looked at her and I asked her, why didn't you do anything? Why? She said, because those were my children and I had to protect them.
But you were supposed to be one of hers too, so why?
So her children did it
Sometimes
to
that
you.
stuff is passed down. Also,
Yes,
people get
it was
touched,
definitely
and
passed
then
down.
they've been touched by somebody, and then they've been touched by somebody.
Yeah, basically,
it's
she
some
just
sick stuff
told
that
me.
goes on.
She just said those were her kids, and those were her boys, and she had to protect them. And at the time, nobody would have understood that. It would have been a modern day lynching to them men in a black community when you touched on a little girl. But you allowed them to live in the house with me for a whole year before anything happened.
Right,
to
she
them.
should have protected you.
So
at the
I
same
said,
time she was protecting them.
She was like, if I could
Yeah.
give you the world, I would. I said, I have my world and my children. I just want you to know that you made my life a living hell growing up. Forcing me to stay there. And amongst other things that happened, being force fed, all kind of shit. And she's still alive. So the only thing that I can say that I've gotten out of her is just acknowledgement. She acknowledged it. She told me that she wished she could change it, and she didn't. And she lives with that. And honestly, I think that is enough for me, because that is something I know sits on your head. You have
The
to
truth
sit with
can't
that
hide,
now.
that's right.
It can't.
Right.
So unfortunately, in some ways, like I was saying, Danica, I respect what you say. I understand what you say, but it doesn't sit on my heart that I haven't forgiven, and it won't sit on my heart because they haven't come back and said anything to fix what they've done to me. So I can't do
God
that.
bless you, Chocolate. That's all I can say.
That's all I can say.
Nobody
You
here
a
can
strong
go against
woman.
what you say.
You a
we just
strong
want to
woman,
say
Chocolate.
I'm
gonna send my little. I
stuff.
send my heart to Chocolate. Dead
Thank you.
serious because
Thank y'all
I've
for
been through
listening.
that. But it's never
Girl,
been
I
where it's
can.
been
I've
like
been right
you have
there
to
exactly
face
in them shoes.
you have to
That's
face
why I
that
said I
person
gotta
or see them
step out
persons
real
again.
quick. Okay,
Like that's something that you don't do. Like the person that did it to me growing up, like as a family member, like they completely avoid me now. Like they avoid me by all means now. Even
Like
when we
you
have
owe
family
them
functions.
something.
Yeah, like I owe them some. Like they running for me. Like they owe me some money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But once you turn into an adult and you realize those things that happened in your childhood was not supposed to be happening, you get to thinking about, oh, that's why we don't have a relationship, because that shit you did to me was dead ass wrong. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna move on from that topic, and I'm gonna let Southern take the flow, baby, and give y'all some more tea. We're gonna change the vibes up in here,
Mm-hmm. And
but
y'all,
shout out
just a
to
quick
all the
reminder.
strong women out here
Shout out
that
to y'all.
deal with
Yeah.
shit and still taking care of shit. That deal with shit and deal with trauma, and they still handling their business. They still raising their kids to be better than what they are. So shout out to y'all, man, for real.
And y'all, please don't forget, you are a author in your own book. Whatever life throws at you, take it, hold it in, and then release it. You know what I'm saying? And then write your own narrative. You can be a bad person this year, next year be better. Each day counts. You know what I'm saying? So, whoosh. All right, y'all. And speaking of family, is anybody going out of town to see family for Thanksgiving this week? Anybody?
Hell yeah.
I don't think so. No.
Hell no.
Why
Not
y'all not
out of
visiting
town.
family?
We're out of town. Like I'm going a county over.
Why y'all not going? Okay, so let me ask y'all this. So this week for Thanksgiving, y'all not going out. Are y'all gonna be on the Oculus?
Hell yeah, probably at night. At night, yeah. At night, yeah.
Can't believe it.
I'm doing the Thanksgiving dinner. I'm doing the Thanksgiving dinner if y'all want to slide. We don't got to do it on that day. Maybe we can do it the day before or something like that.
You doing it on the Oculus or dinner?
Yeah, on here.
Oh yeah, that shit gonna be lit. Oh yeah, let's do it. We gotta do it the day before. We gotta do it the day before, because if we do it the day after, we gonna be eating on leftovers, so it's gonna be leftovers.
The day of, I'm gonna be on there too. I'm gonna just be real up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be up there.
Man, I'm gonna be up there. I ain't gonna get on the bit the late. I already know I ain't gonna be on the bit about 12:30, 11:30, some late shit. But you know what? I forgot that's early over there in California. Yeah, we in there. Don't worry about it, my boy. We turned. Period. Okay. Now back to you, Southern girl. My bad.
Now let me ask y'all something. Name something that will never go on your Thanksgiving plate to make it low vibration.
Ham.
Chilling.
No meat.
Would never.
Chitlins.
Wait a minute. When y'all stop fucking with the chitlins now?
I never.
Girl, I never fucked with them in my
chitlins.
fucking life. I had one taste of that shit and threw up.
That's what it looked like when you're
and that's the last time I had it, and I won't never try it again in my life.
I ain't gonna play
That's
with
what
that.
something look like when you eat chitlins. You be all
I don't
messed
eat
up.
chitlins, but I tried it. It tastes like the fat piece of a pork chop.
Hell no. I don't even eat pork
I
chop.
What's up, Jessica
never
Rabbit?
eat chitlins again.
Y'all can get me out
What
the
up,
way.
Danica?
Cranberry sauce is not
Hey,
going on my
Danica.
plate. I don't care what
Oh,
you
you
say.
wildin'.
Oh hell no, boy, you tripping. Oh no, you gotta get up out of here now. Hold on. He got on that pink ass suit and sit up here talking about cranberry
It
sauce
might be a
not going on his
gravy
plate.
plate. He might like gravy.
Boy, is you crazy?
Y'all tripping.
Boy, stop. You better put that dressing on my plate with the
Hell
cranberry
nah, I ain't gonna put
slices
that
on the
nasty ass
side and
dressing
stop
on that
playing with
shit.
me.
Oh God.
I want some
Hell
cranberry
nah,
sauce. Don't
hell
put that nasty ass gravy on my dressing either. I want my dressing and I want my dressing to be moist.
we ain't doing
And I
no
want
gravy.
my
We ain't
cranberry
doing no
slices.
gravy.
Ain't nothing going
And
on.
I don't want no gravy. I don't want
we
no
ain't doing
gravy
no
on my
gravy. That's
dressing.
why you wildin'.
To wet my
So
dressing. What's
y'all-
the point of giving me dressing if you gonna wet it
That must be
up?
some Atlanta
Don't
stuff.
wet. You might well give me some mashed
What's up?
potato. Shit.
No,
Give me some
hold on.
mashed potato.
So
Shit,
does
we want
anybody
gravy.
remember the giblet gravy? Y'all
Oh
don't do the
God,
giblet gravy?
that's what's not gonna make it to my plate.
Nah.
Giblet?
hell no.
The
I ain't
giblet-
have no
the
giblet
giblet
gravy.
gravy.
Yo,
Hell
do you
no.
know what the
Wait.
giblet is?
Nah,
Do you know
I
what
ain't
the
never
giblet
had
is?
that.
I know what
it's
it
the
What's the
package.
giblet?
It's the package that be
The
inside of
heart,
the turkey
the
when you
liver.
open him.
Hey,
That
y'all
shit
think
We
it's
throwing
called
all that in the
gravy.
garbage.
The
Everything
heart.
Oh, that shit
Oh,
dumb.
hell
What's
no.
wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with
We
you?
don't eat.
Hey, I'm from the city. We don't eat that shit.
Give
I'm
Girl,
in the
that is
city.
low vibration. That is low vibration.
No,
That is
it's
low
not.
vibration. What's up,
Word,
baby?
what's up?
That's low vibration plate,
Giblet
baby.
gravy.
Burn the
You eat
proof.
gizzards too,
Burn
though.
the
Royalty.
proof.
That is a hood rap plate.
Is
Burn
anybody
the proof. What
deep
you about
frying?
to say?
Is anybody deep frying the turkey?
Hell no.
That's
Nah, we
ghetto.
have
That's
it. We
ghetto
not
as
doing it.
hell.
Man, they
Yeah.
already talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
damn well they ain't
You got
gonna
all
fry
that
no
grease,
damn
though.
turkey.
Anybody?
The hell?
Come on
What
now.
up,
We
Jessica
do.
Rabbit?
I ain't got
What
all
is
that.
Jessica Rabbit?
We ain't got
I
all
ain't never
that.
had
Hi.
it, but it seems so ghetto to me.
It's
No, it's
so
fire.
good.
It's
probably good.
fire.
Good
It's
as
fire.
hell.
It is
I got it.
fire.
I don't eat it no
What's
more.
your
But it is
question?
good for. I ain't gonna hold you. That deep fried turkey, you put that shit outside and drop it in
Okay,
the
but I got a question though.
and let that
Okay,
bitch
so
fry
when-
outside. And
when
then,
y'all
Nah, you better not drop that motherfucker in there.
When y'all say
not drop it, but
when y'all
you
say deep
ease
fried,
it
can we
in.
got, when you said deep fried, does it have a batter on it? Like you know how like
No,
you
no
fry
better on it. You
No.
just drop it in there like you do hot wings
No,
before you
you
put it in the
slowly
oven.
drop it in there.
No, it's not
Slowly
because you're gonna
drop it in
inject
there.
it.
Yeah, you.
Then
They
you
know what
gonna
I mean.
inject
They
it.
know.
Nah,
Y'all know not to drop that
Motherfuckers
shit in there like you
hey,
crazy.
motherfuckers go, dude.
They know not to drop
Shit
that shit
up.
in there like they crazy. Jessica Rabbit, what you wanted to say, Jessica Rabbit? Slide
put
on
my
back
shit
over
in the
here.
oven.
I'm sorry, my
The
girl.
hell?
Slide back over, Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit want to say something. What up?
I just want to know two things: who likes cornbread, and do
Who
y'all
don't?
like y'all food touching on the plate, like the greens,
Yeah.
the
I'm with all
cornbread?
that.
I need that hot
I need
water.
the quarter inch
Hell
of
no.
on my
If
plate.
my cornbread
Yes,
get
like
wet,
what?
I'm gonna holler and stream like a 3-year-old. Have it in the
Hell
grocery
nah,
store. They
you
can't
mix
get
the
what they
yams
want.
up. You mix the
No,
yams, sauce
mix
with
it
the
up.
cornbread.
I'm not mixing that.
Nah.
I'm not mixing that. Now what I will mix is I will take a spoonful of collard greens. I will take a spoonful of collard greens and I will dip my collard green. I will take that spoonful of collard green and then dip it in and then break the cornbread and eat it like that, like collard greens cornbread.
You don't eat
But
corn?
I'm not fit to mix no yams and no collard greens.
Oh,
and no
y'all
cornbread.
finna
You gonna eat
And no
collard
onions.
green juice on your
I ain't
cornbread,
with
but you
that.
ain't gonna do yams and cornbread?
I eat collard green juice on the cornbread. I told you my cornbread is separate and my greens is separate, right?
You
So I
missing
dip
out,
in
Cal.
I dip in my greens and then I slice my cornbread and I eat it. So I get that wet and I get that dry. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. Cause guess what? If you put the bread on top of the collard green, it gonna make the bread soft and gooey and the texture be nasty. The
You get the
texture
mac
be
and
nasty.
cheese. You get the mac and cheese with the yam sauce kind of mixed up in there. Then
You gonna wait till
then
you
you get that cornbread. Oh my god, y'all
Wait a
tripping.
minute.
Listen, that's what I was about to tell you.
got a better
You
one.
are
Making me
tripping if you don't put them motherfucking yams on top of that macaroni and cheese. Like what?
Man,
That shit
No,
gotta touch.
girl,
It
you
gotta
don't let
touch.
my Leave my macaroni and cheese
I ain't gonna do
alone
two
and leave my
macaroni.
yams alone.
Separate my
Leave
food.
both of
I do
them
not want baby
alone.
food
Leave
much.
both of them alone.
Separate my
Now,
food.
I'm not mixing it.
We're not mixing no
My macaroni and my yams, they not mixing. They're fucking up the macaroni and cheese. What's up,
Jessica? Are you putting raisins in a potato salad?
Hell no.
Oh my God, bitch! Don't get me started on that shit.
We had to make sure. Oh, because girl, I was about to say I'm not coming to your house in the matter.
I got a better question.
I swear to God.
Kool-Aid or sweet tea?
Kool-Aid.
Sweet tea, what you thought?
Yeah,
Sweet tea, what you? Oh, girl, you don't get up out of here. Sweet tea, sweet tea,
Sweet
sweet
tea.
tea, sweet
Look,
tea.
I'm gonna tell y'all,
Sweet tea.
we ain't really
Now, if I was
drinking
a child,
Kool-Aid. We gonna drink
I had
some, but
Kool-Aid.
we ain't really drinking it on Thanksgiving. We ain't really drinking that other shit. If it's Thanksgiving, your ass getting a dark cola pop, or you drinking some ginger ale.
Okay,
Ginger ale.
It's ginger ale.
Oh,
it's a sweet tea.
You gonna need that shit for your
What else,
stomach.
grandma got?
You gonna need that shit for your
Sweet
stomach.
tea and
Some
lemonade.
sorrow.
How you gonna get to the second
know
and
about
third
sorrow.
plate? You ain't got no.
What
Man,
up?
Oh, a
What
good
up?
red
sorrow.
wine.
That ginger
I'm red
popping
wine.
in the back of your throat.
sorry.
All Thanksgiving, I'm red wine.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
Okay, I want to ask a question
Straight up
now.
red wine.
Canned cranberry sauce or homemade cranberry sauce?
Can.
And if you give me that homemade ass shit that don't taste like what I've been eating all my life, it's gonna be some smoke.
Better be
And that's
that
all I'm
Ocean
gonna say to
spray.
that. It better be jelly and jelly and jelly. That shit better jiggle. That shit better jiggle when I open that bitch and flip that motherfucker and hit the bottle like pow. It better jiggle and that shit better be the same color and it better be the same taste. What's up, Jessica?
That bitch better jiggle as soon as it hit the plate. For real.
You know.
Like you just smack that booty.
Now my mouth watering.
You know
Let me
what?
go finish
Okay.
writing my damn list. Y'all
Right,
happy
I'm trying to see what the fuck
holidays.
I got over here to snack on. Y'all got me over here. What's up, Jessica Rabbit? Thank you, girl. What's up, Jessica Rabbit?
By chocolate latte.
Homemade mac and cheese or box mac and cheese?
Homemade mac and cheese,
Get out the queue.
girl.
Get out the queue. Get
out
out
the
the
queue.
queue.
Homemade mac and cheese. She just tried. Not the Velveeta,
wrong with
girl.
her?
Y'all give y'all the
There you go.
macaroni and cheese
How many-
recipe.
Hey, if
Do
you
y'all
eat
need
box
my
mac and
macaroni
cheese, you got
recipe
your
or
stomach
not?
better.
Five.
Yeah, you
She
got
about to have all these black
macaroni
folks fighting her
cheese.
ass tonight, boy.
No,
Talking about
no,
some
no,
box
no.
mac
You
and
know what
cheese.
It's
about
that-
macaroni
Wrong,
cheese
huh?
for?
She gonna get a
Vodka
box.
macaroni,
It's that
box macaroni
Velveeta.
cheese.
Shit.
It's that Velveeta with the tomato sauce.
It's the
on it.
block.
Tomato
No, ma'am.
sauce.
That's the Rotel. She talking
Yes,
about the
it's
Rotel.
like-
child.
No, ma'am.
The
Get him
Rotel.
out the queue.
The
Get out
Rotel.
the queue.
No, yeah, you
Y'all
gotta
making
get
me
up out of
mad
here.
tonight.
Yeah, you gotta get up out of here.
Look here, let me
If
tell
you
y'all
don't know how to
something.
make
We
no
gonna set-
macaroni and cheese.
We gonna set some
Baby.
rules in here tonight.
Okay.
Don't y'all come in here
Okay.
talking about no
Wait a
box
minute.
mac and cheese. Y'all better leave them canned candy
Now with the
yams.
knife.
Where they at? Where they at?
Right.
Y'all better not use
Get
no
your ass-
stove tossing.
It's
Oh Lord.
play
Wait a
with
minute.
it.
No stove top dressing. No Velveeta macaroni
hold on,
cheese
hold
with a
on.
shell noodle.
Hey, hold on. Stove top good though. Shit.
No, fuck that.
No.
Hell no. Hell no. Who been feeding him?
Hell no.
Who the hell been feeding you? They need to be goddamn fine and
In
fine.
the military, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Bert been in the military. He eat them box
Big
meals that you see on TV. Yeah, hell no. He'll eat
MRE
everything.
rations.
Them rations. Yeah, them ration pack. MRE. Yeah, he used to eat MREs. Y'all disregard everything that Bert Dupree just said. He used to MREs. Anything tastes good to this man. Okay, let me get y'all some cookies on that note. What them cookies at? What the fuck them cookies
Come on
at?
to the west side. We
Girl,
got
what
you,
the
brother.
fuck them cookies? Let me get them some cookies
We
and
gonna
some
eat you. We
shit.
ain't gonna
What the
feed you no
fuck them
stove top.
cookies at?
Girl, what
Got lost. Girl, here go the cookies. Fuck that. Y'all, it ain't no, you know, he used to MREs and shit, y'all. I had to bring out some cookie cut. Baby,
Hey, some of the MREs
baby,
be hitting though.
Wait a minute.
baby,
Hey, let them know.
baby.
Hey, some of the
Baby.
MREs
What's
be
up,
hitting.
Jessica? Go ahead, Jessica.
That
What up,
Southwest
Jessica?
Sabine shit, boy.
Fried
What up,
chicken,
Jessica?
turkey leg.
Oh no.
Girl, you know damn well they gonna chew that fried chicken over that turkey leg.
Right, I'm gonna eat some fried chicken.
What?
Cause you know they gonna want about
yeah.
6 pieces. The men they eat about
Fried
6
chicken
pieces.
over turkey leg? Y'all bugging.
But I don't want no thin. Look, when I used to eat meat, I choose fried chicken over turkey
We do
leg.
fried chicken on Thanksgiving because we don't eat ham
I
like pork. So we do fried chicken.
I like turkey neck.
And
When I
turkey.
used to eat meat, I liked it turkey neck. And I liked the turkey neck from the seafood spot. Cause they put all that seafood seasoning.
Hold on, I know
shit in
y'all
there.
ain't laughing talking about some turkey neck. See, that's why y'all don't know how to suck no good dick.
Oh,
Cause y'all don't eat no turkey neck.
Listen up. Listen up. Everybody listen. Everybody listen. Hey, hold up. Everybody listen. Everybody listen. Go ahead, son.
That's why your ass don't know how to suck no good dick because you don't eat no turkey neck, no neck bone,
Turkey neck. Real turkey neck. Be busting, man. Look, I'm telling you. At the seafood spot, when you go and get seafood from your local seafood spot, ask them for a turkey neck. When I tell you it's gonna be steamed and it gonna come with that seafood gonna be juicy, and then get what? When you peel that motherfucking turkey neck meat off. That motherfucker taste like a roast, boy. That motherfucker taste like a roast, boy. Y'all gonna have to try that turkey neck. I don't eat no more, but turkey neck be here. If y'all eat roast, you'll eat a turkey neck. Turkey neck is good.
You will eat a turkey neck.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
if you eat roast, if you eat oxtail, if you eat a steak, you will eat a turkey neck, and that shit be good. Now,
Well, a lot of people do turkey neck.
Southern girl, who like turkey neck? Throw some confetti for the turkey neck.
You know, goddamn.
Not by itself. Not by itself.
Westside cousin.
Not by itself. It gotta be seafood only turkey neck. That's the only one I eat.
Just eat
That's the
turkey
only
neck,
one.
but some people put the turkey necks in the greens, and he like, oh, we don't do that. And then Kingpin like, yeah, and I'm like, it's a lot of people that put turkey neck in the greens. They just don't know that's what it is. But
Yeah,
literally, it
y'all
goes in
don't
greens.
know it's
Like,
turkey
they put it in
neck.
greens.
Y'all, for a fact,
They
I know
they
my
think it's
family
regular just
don't
turkey
use no
necks in there, but now just
goddamn
eating necks
turkey
by
necks.
itself, I ain't doing just the neck.
green.
Nah,
greens
see,
ain't
I
making
gotta
it.
have the
Yeah,
seafood.
greens.
I gotta have the
Good
seafood
as
from the
hell.
seafood
Good
spot
as
with the
greens.
turkey
Yeah,
neck. That
greens
come
and
with the
veggies.
egg. That come with the
Hell
corn. That
yeah.
come with the
That hot sauce
potato.
come back
and
with
Them real
all that
ones
shit.
with the turkey neck in it. Yeah.
Let me give y'all a quick.
Yeah.
Let me give y'all a quick
Spicy out the
recipe.
gate.
Let me give y'all a quick old folk recipe. Sometimes y'all see them smoked turkey necks in the grocery store. They probably like $5 or $6. So you get you about 2 packs,
Yeah,
right?
smoked meat.
Then you want to get you some either your beans or your string beans or something. Snap your beans. Put the turkey neck with the beans.
Oh yeah.
You don't even gotta put much salt in it because the turkey neck is already salted already from it being smoked and shit.
Yep.
Right? So you put that in there, let that motherfucker boil for about an hour. When I tell you put your potatoes in there, you got your turkey neck, your beef. You don't need shit else but some goddamn rice, and that's a whole goddamn meal right there.
I got a question for y'all.
Period.
What's up, Cat?
My sister like this shit called corn pudding. Y'all ever had that?
Yes.
Hell,
I just
That's
started
a white
eating
folk
corn pudding.
recipe.
Like, yeah, I
a
didn't
white
never
folk
really eat
recipe.
it. She be making
It gotta
it
be made right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's made right.
Corn custard.
Oh yeah.
It has to be
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
right.
But is y'all talking about sweet
Let 'em
corn?
know, let 'em
Is
know.
y'all talking about sweet
People
corn
put it
that's
like
like
regular-
broached at the top
No,
with
it's
the
not really pudding.
fire?
It's just corn.
Is
It's
y'all
corn,
talking about
not
that?
really pudding.
No.
But it's literally
That
just
shit hella
Oh,
good.
no, my
Hella
sister started
good.
making it a couple years
Hella
ago.
good.
She make
Well, I don't know what the
all
hell
time.
y'all
It
talking
is really
about.
good.
Corn
It's
pudding.
something new.
What's up,
People
just
call it
correct?
corn pudding though, right? It ain't.
No, it's
that.
not pudding. It's not. It's just what they call it.
Man,
like a
any
cream
food
corn.
is
So it is cream
shit
corn.
it
What
out.
is this
It's a
corn
cream
pudding?
corn with a crunchy little top on it and it's good and
Yeah.
Hella
fresh.
good.
Cream
Hella
corn.
good.
It is,
I
y'all.
gotta
I'm gonna
get
have to
some
try it then.
Any food
I thought
that
you
you
was
can
meaning
eat,
that. I'm thinking
Oh,
banana
that
pudding
shit
type
out
shit
the
with the
only
corn
time
in the
we eat it.
middle.
I'm not eating
That
it.
shit don't sound too good.
Yeah.
He tripping.
So I had to make sure.
you can
Okay,
shit
just
out
correct. What up, just
How much
correct?
liquor y'all got? Because we done went to liquor
I'm
store
not eating
too.
that shit.
It ain't
Right,
got
right.
Right, y'all, one at
So
a
your
time.
body,
One at a
man.
time, y'all. One at a time.
What up, just correct?
He
Now,
malnutrition.
what it? Dark
Ain't no
liquor
nutrition in corn.
or regular liquor?
Oh, clear? No clear.
Girl,
It's
but
holiday.
we gonna have both bottles.
Dark
How you
liquor.
talking about? You have the
Dark
white
liquor.
liquor for the young folks, the brown liquor for grandma and grandpa. Shit, get you a little ginger ale, cranberry
Ginger
juice, some
ale.
orange juice to mix it all with. And
Damn
get you
right.
some wine for your aunties. Make sure Stella Rosa's.
Hold
let me
up.
tell you.
I was gonna get mine Stella Rosa.
Make sure
I
y'all
drinking no damn wine.
I don't give a fuck. Let me tell y'all my drink
Step in the
gamble.
living room.
The only
Just
thing
doing
that
my
I
aunt doing a
drink
two-step
is
in the living room.
motherfucking
Right at the
Stella
window.
Rose wine,
See me, that motherfucker like
blueberry wine, strawberry wine, peach wine, and motherfucking pina colada.
Man, that's Spike Kool-Aid. Ain't no
I don't
lie.
drink. I don't drink. And I drank this sherbet drink. I have a famous sherbet alcohol drink that I make out of sherbet.
Oh, that's a lot good. Hold on.
I'm gonna give y'all the
I know
recipe.
you
I'm gonna
be
give y'all the
making some
recipe.
concoctions. All right.
I'm gonna give y'all the
recipe?
recipe, okay? I'm gonna give y'all the recipe. So
Write it
what I
down,
love
Tom
to
Stupid.
make around for Thanksgiving, make sure y'all write this down. So first of all, you want to get you a 2 liter of Coca, 2 liter Sprite.
Crack, you're not on.
You want to
on
get?
global.
You not on global.
I'm not on
Craig?
global. Lord.
Oh.
Come out and go back in.
What are you in the middle with?
Am I on global now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, period. Okay, period. So I'm gonna give y'all my little sherbet recipe. So what I do is I take 2, the 2, not the pint. It ain't the pint. It's the half gallon, 2 half gallons of sherbet, and I put it into a big ass bowl. So you want to get you a big ass like fruit punch bowl or a punch bowl. So you take 2 half a gallons of rainbow sherbet and you put the sherbet ice cream in the bowl. After you put the sherbet ice cream in the bowl, you're gonna pour all the liquor in the bowl that you want, that you finna get fucked up on, right? Okay, pour all of it in there. I use Don Julio, or I might use the Casamigos. Whichever one of them ones, I might use it. Now, if I use Don Julio, I pour the whole bottle of Don Julio in there. The $30 bottle of Don Julio. I pour the whole bottle over into there, right? And then after I do that, I pour in a whole cup of pineapple juice. I slice up some pineapples and put it in there, and then I pour in some Sprite, and then I stir it up. And once you stir it up, and you stir it up real good, you keep stirring it up, and then you take a scooper and you scoop it and you put it in a cup. You can't taste no liquor, and all you taste is the sherbet ice cream and the pineapples, and you be fucked up. Period. I'm talking about period. So that's my recipe. Make sure y'all write that down. I tell y'all I don't give a fuck. What's up, Just Rabbit?
For first of all y'all frozen. Y'all not moving. I could just hear y'all.
Sound like your internet fucked
that's
up.
your internet.
But
Some
okay.
shit's going on. Anyway,
because everybody moving.
I got 2 questions. First question: You are not your mom's house, or your dad's mom house? Your dad's your grandma and your dad's side.
We on the boat.
Now they don't cook no more. They too old to cook now. Shit, they too old to cook now. They too old to cook now. They ain't burning up my shit this year. I tell you, they can give me the recipe. I tell you that.
My second question is, how do you guys feel about to-go plates?
Oh, I got a perfect trick for that.
I'm taking.
I got a perfect trick for that.
I'm gonna
tell y'all a trick for that. My mama came up with, right? So with the go plates, right? Because my people, they don't cook no more. They come to my house. If they cook in my house, right? When you go to go, my mom get those muffin pans, and like they're perfect size so that you don't mix it up and don't look all sloppy and stuff. And you just put a piece of foil over it. So if you want sweet potatoes, and they're cheap. You can get them from dollar store, shit spent on them, so people can take shit and you divide it in there, boom, 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 and you can just heat them up because it's already foil. That's how we do it. We don't do plates.
Okay.
And muffin pan, little muffin.
Now let me tell y'all this. So now we in the holiday Thanksgiving spirit, right? We in the Thanksgiving spirit. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. A lot of y'all probably gonna be renting cars and all of that. So I know y'all heard on the news that Hertz has kind of went bankrupt. I wonder if y'all know why.
It don't surprise me.
Oh, let me try my
they ain't renting cars no more.
Customer service sucks.
Give us
because ain't nobody renting. It's harder to rent from them places now. When they got Turo, you got Uber. Like ain't nobody doing that no more.
Let me tell y'all. So it's some people that still use Hertz Dollar, Avis, and all that. Let me tell y'all, they the same little company. So a lot of shit has been going on for the past 5 years. We have had a lot of people, especially here in Georgia, get locked up because the system for Hertz or Dollar or Avis has failed to report to the police that they got the vehicle back. So just say you rent your car, you get your keys and you sign your paperwork, you get your little insurance for a little couple of dollars extra and whatnot, and you driving and you see them blue lights behind you. Then they pull your ass over. Then they got the guns out and say, bitch, you stole the car.
Like a lawsuit to me.
Now your ass in jail. Child, them lawsuits been hanging on so long. People been going to court, for like 5 years and still ain't won shit yet because them big ass fucking companies, they got a goddamn fight. So I'm just gonna say this, y'all. Go ahead and use that Toro to get your rental car, honey.
You even gotta be careful with Toro too, though.
How do you guys feel about like how long do y'all eat leftovers for? Like what's the
Jessica, get out the queue. Get out the queue. I asked the questions. I asked the damn questions right here. Anyway, like I said, y'all be safe out there. And use Toro, a little something other than Hertz or Rent Avis or whatever that shit is. Hell, bring your I don't know. Tell folks to pick you up. Just don't use them motherfuckers. Okay. Carpool,
Right.
son. Call an Uber. Call an Uber, bitch.
I ain't gonna be in town that long. I'm not gonna be there that long.
I need my
2
own
days
car
max.
wherever I go.
I'm gotta go.
I need my own car wherever I go.
Or get up and walk and get the exercise.
Nah, I'm gonna drive.
Yeah, I got to live in the middle of nowhere.
Nah, I'm gonna drive. Some places you can't walk. Some places you can't walk.
Especially if they don't know you.
Okay.
Right.
Now, speaking of going to jail, y'all remember the show called Meet the Chrisleys with the
yes,
they got convicted.
Todd
big tax
Chrisley
evasion
has officially been sentenced to 12 years in prison, honey. Them Botox injections, honey. We're gonna see if they can get him some honey buns, some oodles, some noodles when he in there.
He gonna do like 2 years. He gonna do.
He might.
He gonna be on.
do about 5. He gonna do about 5.
The motherfucker been found it.
We all know he's gay. We all know.
He's zesty. He's zesty. He's a little zesty. Okay, y'all. So after being found guilty for committing bank fraud, now mind you, he been committing bank fraud. Now, before the show had popped off, I remember in Atlanta, right? He used to have a whole big ass mansions. He used to rent out. I didn't even know you could rent a fucking mansion. He rented the mansion all up and down through Alpharetta, up North Atlanta and all that, right? So then he moved out. Mind you, he claimed when he first started the show, he claimed he was remodeling his home and all that. He was remodeling a rental home, had the landlord pissed off. So he moved from that house. Then he moved to another house. Then in the mid-season, right? He moved his ass to Nashville. Child, that motherfucker was committing bank fraud trying to keep up, honey, wear them Gucci suits and them Botox shots, honey. So, y'all, his wife, Julie, has also been sentenced to 7 years behind bars. In 2019, prosecutors...
Girl, let me pull up a double.
Both of their ass in jail. So in 2019, prosecutors made the case that the couple had been using fake financial documents to obtain millions of dollars worth of loans from banks. They were found guilty and placed on house arrest back in June as they awaited sentencing. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all better stop believing. Stop believing these damn fake ass fairy tales on these reality TV shows, honey. Cause some of them committing bank frauds and all that shit to show y'all the glamorous lifestyle. And he said, I still don't know what the fuck that motherfucker did to get rich.
Right.
I don't know.
No, he was in the pageant world. That's why he kind of zesty like that. He was real heavy. I knew him from the pageant world.
Don't make no money like that. Hell, look at some of these damn
he was sitting on the birthday
CEO
parties
level.
too. Don't forget about the birthday parties. He'd be hosting too.
Child. Well, let me tell y'all something. Y'all believe in these motherfuckers? Hell, Scrappy just said something on Live and Hip Hop that shit. He was broke when he first started out and shit. And then, of course, he made his money, then it went back down, just like Young Jock. he was popping, and then his financial shit came in. And, that's why I don't believe in this celebrity shit. I don't hold them to a high standard. They the same motherfuckers as us. Just our bank account got a little extra zero in it. Okay, but they still go through the same fucking struggles.
They still go through struggles.
Period.
Yep. They don't make it. They don't make them no different. More money, more problems. That shit was no lie.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something else about Todd.
But you gotta
Chrisley.
manage it. And what about Todd Chrisley Southern? Yeah, girl.
So how he dogged his son out. Mind you, he had a son that was going down the unbeaten path, and he had that little black daughter, Chloe. He always used to say stuff about his son and how he was doing this, going in and out of jail. But how the fuck you tell your son that now your ass finna sit and do 12? I can't.
Wow. See?
You know what? I think it was though. I don't feel bad for him. But when you get to a certain level and you got to keep up that facade and and it's pressure, sometimes like me, I was sitting back there thinking like, honestly, if it was me, I'm not going to say I would have committed tax fraud, but I'm not going to lie. I would do anything to keep my baby afloat. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but yeah, they regular people. Is they just doing these large scale shit like tax invasions? I think a lot of them get up there and they try to keep up with the super rich people who successfully do it, however way they do it. And it's just a facade. It's literally a spinning wheel. It's literally a spinning wheel. And we just on different levels. That's all. Just different financial levels in our life. But I was just thinking like, damn, why would he do all that? Because they had the show. I remember watching the show and all that stuff like that. And I'm just like, damn, how the hell? Because he wasn't working then. So how were they keeping up? I figured it was enough checks from the show, but guess they wasn't filing taxes or whatever they was doing. But I don't know.
Right. All right, y'all. So have y'all heard about the shooting at the LGBT nightclub in Colorado?
Yes. Oh my God, that was so devastating. I heard that 18 people was killed. I cannot believe that we still got mass shootings going on, especially in the LGBT community. Especially with all of the shootings that's going on with the schools and everything, like that should soften people's heart to like cut out the mass shootings, like cut out shooting period. And gun violence, like learn how to fight again, like go get some boxing lessons and learn how to fight. I feel like we need to form a union of put the guns down and the gloves on. Guns down, gloves on. I'm finna go ahead and stamp that. I'm trademarking that right now. As we on live, I'm gonna go ahead and call my lawyer and trademark that. Guns down, gloves on. Because at the end of the day, man, that's all it is. A bunch of piled up anger, but you'd rather shoot than fight. Go on and fight it out, bro. Just fight it out. And many times you gotta fight it out, bro. Just fight it out and take your L and take your ass home and let that shit be the reason if you just got that much hatred. But killing somebody's son, brother, auntie, sister, this shit is outdated. This shit is outrageous and some bullshit. What up, Katniss?
I think mass shootings, honestly, I think people who commit mass shootings, honestly, should get death penalty. And I mean that to the fullest. Because mass shootings are usually targeted towards certain specific genders, races, age groups of people. I really find it hard for people to put in that you doing a mass shooting is not eliminating the problem. You're not eliminating what your problem is with that person or those kind of people. Like, okay, LGBT, you go and do a mass shooting. You're not changing the world. Then you're not going to just make people change over because you don't like it. Those people are sick. And I have always, in any social setting, felt like they should get the fullest extent of the law. It is unfair. Whether you're shooting LGBT, shooting up a school, shooting up people of certain races in grocery stores, you need to go to jail. That is the dumbest shit in the world. And I don't never respect it. I never respect them. I don't respect the people when they be talking about, oh, but they never was like this and that. I don't care about none of that. They asses need to go down. They changed nothing. You murdered innocent people. For what? Because you don't like them, then close your fucking eyes. And I always told straight men, if you had a problem with men who are, or women LGBTQ+, it should be a compliment that they hit on you, because that means that both sexes find you attractive, but you just understand to play your lane. That has nothing to do with you. Nothing. Nothing. Let these people live their lifestyle. And then mass shooters in schools. What the hell is a toddler going to do to you? What like where do people come up with this shit? Like it's stupid. I feel I'm telling you, they all need to be buried into jail. That's just
the
how I feel with
mindset
that.
of a mass shooter is never to eradicate.
Yeah, what's
the
come in, Queso.
But they complete nothing. Nothing.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm about to
It's
say
no matter what
make
their
a statement.
mindset
That's the
is,
point.
but it's always people that always want to put a bone
What
in
up,
it.
Bone and Bunny? Hey, Bone and Bunny in the motherfucking building. Period.
My thing is,
what's up, Queso?
Why are we?
They need to be killed.
Hey,
What up, bro?
I haven't seen y'all in a while. No, my thing is basically, why are we leaving these people in death row when they're eating up our tax money? You know what I mean? Like these
Thank
people
you. Praise
rape
that
people, bro.
shit. Damn right.
Huh?
You're
Oh, shit, I thought
100%
we
right on that
canceled,
shit.
Well, damn.
What?
Y'all, let me tell
because
y'all
I was about to
this.
have something to say about that too. See, this is what I want to say about that too. A lot of people that are on death row, right? There are a lot of people on death row that have done nothing wrong. And I say that because back in the day, we didn't have stuff now. We didn't have the technologies, the cameras, the paper, the paper trails could say anything somebody wanted it to say. Like, even if you look back to some of the U.S. Census records of people in family households back in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, they messing up the middle initial, they messing up the name because it's written or they type it's a typo, and you may go back looking for your people and it's a typing error, but everything else matches up. Like the paperwork trail from back in the day to now, I feel like a lot of those cases with people on death row, they all need to be reinvestigated just to make sure that they are accurate. I know some of the people may not still be alive, but I mean, as far as like the case that was in Georgia, it was a guy on death row and he ended up getting off of death row and they found him innocent. But he was about to be executed, but he was innocent. The man did nothing wrong. But mind you, we've had a lot of hate, go on against the black race back in those days. And even now, still you have some officers that got hatred and they'll put false things in police reports and make false accusations against you with the lack of evidence, or they plant evidence on you that may not have even came from you. And these things I feel like they should be reinvestigated. Some of them should be reopened, but some people that are on death row, I do believe they deserve everything that they get, because you've been proven guilty, but when you don't have like those like I feel like it's a different stroke for different folks on death row. I feel like everybody's case though should be revisited in this new day and age, so that way certain people won't be killed for no reason. And that's how I feel about that one.
My thing is like those mass shooters, like the Nicholas Cruz guy. Why should I?
I agree to that.
Why should I pay my taxes for his ass to sit on debt? For his ass to sit on prisoners, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm paying for this man.
I can agree to that.
Just because he
eliminate the motherfuckers.
You know what I mean?
Eliminate
right then. Like, don't even let them sit in jail.
Electric chair, bro.
Whatever it takes.
Bro, I swear.
What up, Unicorn?
I also wanted to say because the other thing is, it's how the police also approach the things. Because at the top shooting, they approach the person calmly, like, "Oh, are you like almost like nurturing them?" And I sit there, I'm like, "This person killed a lot of people in my fucking city, and you're gonna address it calmly?" And then they didn't. I don't even know if they didn't even update us on any other information about that shit. That shit irritates my soul. This person drives a whole fucking 2 hours from where he lived to come up and shouted that place.
You talking about the Buffalo, New York?
Yes.
The Buffalo, New York shooting last
year. And also
he should definitely be put.
This
killer here,
all these men,
this shooter here in the club, apparently is a grandson of a politician. So there goes another thing that might be a factor that might, determine what kind of benefits he's going to probably get. Because he's probably going to get benefits out of that.
And let me
He's
tell
probably
y'all
gonna get a
this.
less sentence.
Let me tell y'all this. A lot of mass shootings happens around a family oriented kind of holiday,
Trauma.
such as Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
Christmas. And you might have people just put yourselves in sometimes in these people's mind frame, right? We just was talking to La Chocolate. Mind you, just say she at the Thanksgiving table, that motherfucking butter knife sitting next to her and bitch off the whole fucking family. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's the mental. Anyway,
it was in early in another segment.
Yeah, you wasn't here.
I'm sorry.
But it's just sometimes being around certain family members. That's what I'm saying. Leave the motherfuckers alone. Being around certain family members, sitting at the table with them, it can also bring back past trauma from them. And they might not off the family. They might go out to a Christmas parade, go out to a nightclub, or go out to different functions and kill people and stuff like that. That's why I always tell people, mind what you say to people. Because sometimes words can be played back in their head over and over and over again and make a person just snap the fuck off crazy. What's up, Kat?
I agree with you on that one, but I also can say from experience when I live in DC, and everybody know DC metropolitan area, when we had that DC sniper. That period of time, when we had the DC sniper out here, and we had the father and son, that were Muslim and were going around shooting people out the back of the Chevy. That area, actually, somebody I went to school with got shot in Bowie, Maryland, at that elementary school. We were young. We were like middle. I was like in middle school, but that was the most horrible time of our life that I can remember growing up in this area. Is going outside with your parents to tell you put a helmet on. What you're looking for, and this man was literally hunting people for whatever reason, his mental capabilities or whatever was telling them, and was influencing his stepson to do that. It is a nerve-wracking feeling to know that your life can be taken from you just for you living your life. That's what I mean when I point of it. And I get it, but for you living just a regular life, these people are not taking nobody out. That child didn't disrespect them. That child didn't do that. But to have to walk around and my parents stopped sending us to school. It was like, nope, y'all ain't going out the house. And then when they going out to get gas, everybody ducking and hiding. I'm telling you, when their whole area out here banded together, when they caught them people, let me tell you, it was so crazy. That was such a crazy time. That's one of my biggest fears about living in DC, though. But it's also something that's not going to stop me from living here, because they do have a good system in place now after all the different things that happened over years. But just that feeling, it's not okay. So I can imagine somebody in a club, a secluded place, a room, and they're stuck like animals being hunted. No excuse.
Right.
None. You're hunting humans. You are threat. You are taking innocent people's lives who did nothing to you directly. That's where it's this problem for me.
That's why I don't go to the club.
And why they keep keep targeting?
Situation.
Why does it have to be mass shooters at the LGBT clubs?
In the club, though,
tell me that.
But that's
why does it have to be at the LGBT club?
That's what I'm saying.
When you go to the LGBT club, y'all, I'm talking about it's motherfucking
baby,
Madonna playing, goddamn fruity drinks fucking flowing, motherfuckers telling you left and right you look good, you got the dance move, this, that, and the fucking third. I don't know why he was just stuck up in the ass and decided to want to shoot all them folks. He could have been turning up, having fun, and he could have had a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? But you sit there in that club and hunt people down and just to kill them. And
just because they're living their lives.
Just burnt the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Miserable as fuck. That shit sad. And then all those families without their families members for the Christmas holiday, the New Year, Thanksgiving, and that. What else, girl? What other tea in the other news? Because you know what, they about to make me mad. This stuff like they be making me real mad, and I be trying.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot
it raised my blood pressure.
Now.
Let's get back on some shit, cause this shit raising my blood pressure up. I'm finna have to take a drink in the real life, y'all.
Well, we're gonna give her a birthday shout out. So yesterday, Joe Biden.
Who birthday girl?
80
Joe Byron. Not Joe Byron.
Joe Byron.
Not Joe Byron, girl. Not Joe Byron.
Joe Byron.
What?
And guess who got the same fucking birthday?
Right now. Who got the same birthday?
Guess who got the same birthday as him? Future.
Future?
What?
Girl.
Let me sip my drink.
Freaky Future. Call that man freaky.
Both of them on activists.
Both of Future and Joe Byron. Child. I can only imagine what Joe Byron be doing behind the camera. That's why we ain't been seeing his ass.
He probably sleep. That man sleep.
Joe Byron somewhere acting like Future. Fuck up and come.
Joe Biden was asleep on his birthday. He was asleep.
Joe Biden Joe Biden. Y'all ever seen that show? The Oval by Tyler Perry. The Oval.
Yes.
I watched
that episode. If y'all done seen The Oval by Tyler Perry, that's a good show. You gotta sit and watch the first episode to actually get into it. Then you be like, ooh, let me continue watching. But anyway, the show The Oval, right, y'all, it's pretty much like a presidency, and they just be doing all type of crazy shit. The whole family just crazy as hell. It's funny as fuck. But long story short, that Joe Byron, the dad who in that show, that Joe Byron right there, right now, living his best. Okay.
Let me ask y'all this: since we got a whole room full of black folk, what's y'all favorite Tyler Perry play to watch during family functions?
Who?
None of them.
None of them.
You know what? Y'all don't get
I got my opinions on Tyler Perry.
Plays.
I think he over exaggerates sometimes our community like exploits it. A lot of people do. I don't really feed into people doing it. Sometimes one or two plays cool, but when he started making it 10-12 series, I don't like it. Because I mean I love Big Mama and I love that whole I think that's part of our culture. I don't support none of his. I don't even watch them because I feel like they all gonna be the same. I feel they all the same.
I do agree on Candace on that part
like
because there's been multiple plays where he kind of made like gay people like a different like vision of it, and I didn't like how it was addressed.
Yeah,
like,
and even the black family,
and they making them like cheaters. They make them like cheaters, and they make them like reality. Some of them are cheaters, but
thirsty.
But he made it like thirsty. Make them look bad.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to the BBK show. You know what I'm saying? Baby kids in the
BBK motherfucking ass.
What you talking about? BBK in
Fuck you, talking about. And BBK, your motherfucking ass on up out of here. Talking about get your ass on up out of here. Somebody come out of here, BBK. With a little tight dress. Hey, look, you gonna have to get on up out of here.
That's
little
a small BBK.
Little BBK.
It's giving small BBK energy.
You gonna have to town up out of here. You might as well go ahead and leave, my boy.
Why I got leave for? Why I got leave for?
It getting vibration. It getting low vibrational. Low vibration.
I can't.
Yeah, it giving low vibrational. You know, we can't have it up in here.
I knew someone. Check behind there. I think it's another one. It's somebody else behind it. I seen him go across. It's three of them, ain't it? I knew I seen it. I knew I seen it.
No more.
No, I think he outside the walls. They outside the walls in the outside building. One went across the first time when I was talking, and the other two was there. I think he outside the walls.
I knew I should have had my boy I Am to come through here and goddamn tell these folks on up out of here. Make sure they.
I keep telling the son, put a trigger in this knife right here. So when I come up on that, right the fuck up out of here.
Period.
Okay, y'all. Let me go ahead and do my last little topic, y'all. Now, did y'all see on Instagram Larsa Pippen with Michael Jordan's son?
With her
child, how many
ass.
dicks is this girl gonna hop on? Like shit, girl. I know she's slow Tristan now. They talking about.
Well, that shit gotta be hitting on some child. She don't pull the trigger. It gotta be hitting on a little something, child. She's showing them some new tricks. Girl, she's showing them some new tricks, girl. I don't tell them what type of yoga type shit she got going. You know, what they call that shit tantric. What they call that shit Pilates. What type of tantric? They call that shit some type of tantrum, whatever type shit
They call that shit sitting duck.
Tantric.
Larsa is the auntie. Larsa is the auntie that come with a different man every Thanksgiving.
I'm cool with that. He probably got a check.
All right, y'all. My little last thing. So last week we was talking about Shanquilla Robinson and how Kyrie Irving donated to her funeral. So y'all, good news for Kyrie Irving, y'all. He able to return from the net suspension on Sunday, y'all. So y'all see a little bit more on Kyrie
period.
Irving.
Good.
He did. He did all his little obligations. Don't folks try to tell him in the NBA. So he did all his little checklists. So yeah.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do to feed the family. You gotta feed your family one way or another. But yeah, make sure y'all come to the motherfucking drag race. Any other topics y'all want to touch on, y'all want our opinion on, hop on the queue, please feel free, because I'm sure got some things if you need any advice.
I do have like the whole thing about the drag community, like that whole thing where they saying about them being like, you know, what is it? What do they call us? I don't know, but they were making us look like pedophiles and all this stuff, and they can't do childhood stories anymore. They can't read things.
Oh,
and they're making it
the
so.
thing?
They're making it like so hard for me as like I wanted to do drag, but now since all this shit is happening, I'm like maybe I need to step back and not fulfill my dreams anymore because
all these crazy ass people.
Because these crazy ass people like. Oh, it's grooming. They say grooming. But you have pastors that groom, right?
True.
And we don't talk about that. There's a lot of other factors that are...
I'll talk about it.
What's up, Kat?
I think in response to Unicorn, a lot of people who talk about things like that in that access, they don't understand fully the spectrum of it. And me, fortunately, I've been blessed to have a lot of friends in my life in prior and in now where I've had friends from different aspects of life. And one thing I learned, like my friend Bree, I knew he was gay when we was younger. Like we knew he was in the minute. He just didn't know. But one thing I've learned from going to him in shows is that it's different levels. You have different people that like different things, and like the shows are amazing. People don't understand that, and it breeds fear. We always do that, like handling the gun. Like I own a gun, and my mom is terrified of that, and it's because of her ignorance to a gun, how to properly handle it, use it. It's the same thing. People have not been exposed enough to people outside of their norm. So when you're exposed to people outside your norm, you don't have enough exposure to people outside of your bubble. If it breeds fear, and it's just like you can tell them anything. Tell people anything. But the problem where you get that from with the grooming is because people tend to associate trauma to that lifestyle. And it's a lot of people that's in that lifestyle that's not traumatized. This is who they are. But it's bad and good to everything. But I would tell you, if that's something you want to do it. Do what you want to do, because what you don't want to do is get 50 and say, I shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Now, if you do it and you fail, at least you did it. You did it. Right. It's on your it's on your belt. It's on your notch. It's on your bucket list. Now, if you do it and you ain't that great, then fuck it. But do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, when you sit down and all this is off, the Oculus off, your friends are gone, you have to talk to yourself. And we are our biggest critics. We are.
Yeah,
that conversation with yourself is the hardest conversation ever, to face the fact that you didn't follow your dreams out of fear. Right. Every fear that you have, it's a fear with everything. I'm afraid sometimes to get in my car and go outside. I'm afraid to not wear a mask in certain situations, but I'm not going to let it stop me from doing something that I want to try. Trying and failing is better than not trying it at all. So I would say do it. Right. If I could do it.
How do people say, Unicorn? Don't be a sheep.
What if you...
Don't be a sheep. Do it. Go get you a lace front, get you some edges, start swinging, and get good on that makeup, because that makeup be fire as fuck. That makeup is a real art itself. And
like,
lip singing and dancing, doing all that is amazing.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm telling you that, it's going to take one of these days that one of those people going to come up to me and they're going to be like, ooh, it's a gay person. I'm going to be, or they'd be like, oh my God, like you're gay. I'm going to be like, boo, bitch. Boo.
Hey, baby. I have my friend Bree. My friend Bree is 6'1" and is not a punk at all. Okay. I remember one time we was out and this straight dude walked up and punched him in the face. Baby, when I tell you, he turned around and beat that. Let me tell you something. He gave him what he came looking for. So don't worry about that. Do your best. At the end of the day, you're going to protect yourself as a person. Never let nobody put their hands on you and try to harm you, but damn sure live your life. Fuck it. And if they ain't, just live your life. Baby, he beat
and let me tell you this.
Out of that
now,
man.
y'all
gave him what he was looking for.
Now, I work at an all-boys school, right? And when I tell you, it's some boys that are LGBT. You got some that dress in drag, some that mix their clothes up. I'm talking about they the baddest motherfuckers walking on Morehouse campus, child. Don't be scared of what somebody else think. Be you. Fuck them. Be you. And I want to tell y'all this, y'all. So I got a free world that I am giving out. It's called ABC Spa. All you have to do is go on Facebook, like Southern Edibles VR, and also on Instagram, and just drop your gamer tag name, and I'll add y'all to the build, or drop y'all in the blank world, add the build to y'all. So just holler at me, y'all. I'm giving out free assets, y'all.
Okay, girl. Period.
Okay, girl. Period.
That's the move. And make sure y'all on YouTube. Oh, go ahead, Amina.
And
Amina,
it's fire too.
Amina, tell everybody what you do inside the metaverse, Amina, as well, girl. While you on the block.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm a recruiter in the real world. I hire people for real jobs. So I have an office here in the metaverse. It's Elevate Staffing, or come on over to Elevate Resource Center. Holler at me. Let's see what I got. Go on over to the Resource Center. I got all of my positions listed with an audio clip of the job description. So go on over there. My contact information over there too. But back to Southern's bill is fire. So go on and like.
I've been there. I'm finna go ahead and go like it now. Cause child, I want that
go ahead
for
and
my own personal
get the instructions and get that, cause it's a nice
that motherfucker
bill.
Clean. It real nice.
And you know why I did it?
It real nice.
It's called ABC Spa. All you gotta type in ABC.
It's nice.
Look, I put the name where y'all could just type in 3 letters and boom, it pop up. Right, that's how smart I am.
It's so nice.
So look, y'all,
and
I know.
The center tip.
Okay. And y'all, the reason why I made the world, right? The reason why I made the world is I feel like everybody needs a personal relaxation space, right? We go through so much on our daily lives from day to day. And I know we come on here and we talk to a whole bunch of people, but sometimes you need a little time to yourself to reflect. Talk to God, talk to the Buddha, whoever you believe in. Just talk to him in that space, y'all. Bring a little boo in there, kiss on something, whatnot. It's your own personal space. So I just want to give y'all that as a Christmas gift. Period.
Oh, thank you, Sutter, for the early Christmas present. Period. I might have to send my girl some Bath and Body Works or something. What's up, Unicorn?
Am I on mute? Oh, yes, I am. Okay. So I am working on a New Year's party for everyone if they wanted to join. It is 9 o'clock, 9 to 10ish, and then up until like 12 Eastern Standard Time. But let's just say I'm gonna take a different spin on things for the party. Want to flip over the candle, flip over to the calendar to the next year. So I hope you guys enjoy. Wear black and gold, black, white, anything, just to look good.
What's up, Naughty? Ain't seen your ass in a minute. Come on up here to the queue, boo. Look, he's Child, Naughty was one of the day ones, honey, talking shit, big shit in venues, honey. Now he done made it surprise. I miss my poo.
Okay, y'all. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up and let the sun come out and give us some good words of wisdom. Also, y'all make sure everybody on YouTube and everybody on Instagram, y'all go and follow TBOT T-Bot on YouTube. Subscribe to T-Bot so that way you won't miss the episode. You can go back and watch all of our past episodes that we have on the network. Check out Ask the Q, Speak Your Truth. Check out the Meta Street Journal. Check out the Sunday show. Check out the Sunday's Best. Check out the Sunday Service that's on the T-Bot, and the other shows that are on there. The list goes on and on, guys. You just gotta check it out. All right, we're gonna bring out the motherfucking sun, and the motherfucking sun is on motherfucking mute. He probably said, "Good job, ladies and everything."
Can't forget Wake and Bake happening every Monday and Friday at 10:30 Eastern.
So you say
Thank
I forget
you,
my
ladies,
own.
as
I
usual.
forget our own
Right.
show. Oh, my bad. My bad.
As usual, ladies, the show was great and informative. We want everybody to have a great day and a great night. And please be kind and be safe in those meta streets. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out,
And in the
y'all.
real streets, y'all. In the real streets,
Okay.
too.
Please let go of your man.
We coming up there.
Ooh, y'all. I'm fucking tired. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for coming, boo. Thank you for coming.
Hey, thank you for coming, Katniss girl, Amina. Hey,
girl.
My girl. Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
I'm telling you,
Even though you
during
got
the
it anyway.
Thanksgiving dinner,
Thank you for coming.
I'm telling you,
y'all.
during that Thanksgiving
Thank you
dinner,
for coming.